Hello everyone, this is Voltair42 back from hibernation, and I am going to begin today by doing the exact same thing I was doing the last few times. I am going to continue working on the pens. I don't know why, but the pens just seem to be super relaxing right now. Ooh, and I get to kill some. I get to try my hand as a witch. Come on. Did anyone else hear that? Come on. I don't know if that means that the witch hit by her own spell or what. Oh, gunpowder. Is that it? Ah, oh, okay. Well, so that happened. Wait a minute. I just noticed that. That means that I didn't get hit at all by the witch. That's pretty good. That's really good. I'm happy about this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bam bam. Bam bam. Ba da da da. Ba da 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 ba bo. Ba da da do. Ba da do. Ba 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 ba. Ba da da do. Ba 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 ba. Ba da da ba ba da ba ba ba. Ba da ba 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 da. Ba ba da ba da ba 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 da ba ba. Ooh yeah. Come on, dig on. Come on, dig on. Okay. So, I feel like I may have already talked about this, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Uh, so I, work at a steel shop, and we have suppliers. And one of our suppliers, they've been having some trouble with their laser cutting department. The guy that, like, they've had to fire a few people recently and sort of reorganize a little bit. It may not have been firing. It may have been like someone. It was finally time for them to quit, and just well. Anyway, whatever the reason, they don't have their person that was really good anymore, and so now they only have a guy that has. It takes him like a day to do a simple drawing on their laser cutter software. And for those of you who don't know, laser cutter software, it usually uses what's called a CAD drawing, capital C, capital A, capital D. And it's the same type of drawing program that, two, three, stop. Okay. It's the same type of drawing program that 3D printers use, just in a 2D environment instead of a 3D environment. And at least most 3D printers that I know of use CAD drawings. And so there's a big deal and CAD drawings are used for a lot of things. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. Like, you can do entire buildings in CAD, and that'll give you, like, that'll be like doors and the structural underneath it and everything put in its exact place the exact way. And I mean, I'm not joking when I say CAD can do a lot of stuff really easily if you're very, very talented. And there's a lot of people that just knowing how to do CAD can be a really good move in a business setting. And but the thing is, it's hard to when you to find someone that's actually okay at CAD. Like, because the type of people that are okay with CAD, usually the reason they've learned CAD is because they already have a job, or they've got a job they're looking for, or or that a job they're trying to do better, and so they learn CAD to be able to do it better. It's usually not the kind of person that's, just starting out trying to get a decent, just a decent job in general. So it's sad when I'm talking to our supplier, and he's a good guy, he's a friend, and he's like, yeah, we just like right now, like what you just said, he could probably do it, but it'll take him a day, and that'll be fine and everything, but we can't do like we're trying to have him do a special laser cut for a stair, what's called a riser, and the guy's like, listen, I can have him start into it, but he won't be able to get it done. He's not that talented, and like by what I'm talking about is like there's stuff that's already out there that's made out of cast iron, and I want it replicated in steel in a from a laser cutter. And the guy's just like, no, it's even though they've done it for us before, they're like, listen, I just can't get this done. The guy just doesn't know how to do it. And it's like, really? It's like, yeah, I'm serious. The guy's just stupid or something. But anyway, no matter what, so like so I'm like, really? Because as an art student, I've looked at CAD before. I know the basics of what it needs, and as an art student, I basically remember it being pretty much Illustrator, but a bit differently. I mean, obviously, they're two different programs. They've got two completely different like ideas behind them, and you can do a few different tools. But let's just being honest here, it's Illustrator with a few tweaks, and it's not that hard. And for an artist that specified in like a drawing or computer or as a computer artist, they could probably learn CAD how to like almost master it in like 3 months probably. And I'm like, seriously, like the type of stuff it takes this guy to do in an hour, this person could probably do in 20-30 minutes. And the guy's like, well, that'd be great. If you can find anyone that wants that, give me their number. And I'm like, well, I mean, they'd probably want like, $20,000, $30,000. Like, if you can find them for that, give me their number. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. It's like, oh my gosh. Like, seriously, I've got a job for anyone that knows how to do CAD work for $30,000 a year. And it's like, that's great. You'd think that would be easy to find. It should be, especially since CAD is not that hard to learn. Seriously, maybe it's just me, but that just seems stupid. Actually, so my wife used to do some work for a funeral home, and there was this at a time they hired this woman to do the obituaries, and basically her main job was to take photos and sort of like crop them into like in a certain way so that they outside a certain point was sort of blurred. Have you ever seen those photos where it's like you've got just them and it's like a circle around them? I mean, it's basically that. and you're supposed to like add a little bit of blur, do a little bit of touch up if you needed to, but it was really just some basic stuff. And they hired this woman to do it, and it would take her like an hour or two to do one. And Sarah's like, "What? Seriously?" And they're like, "Yeah, I mean, it takes her a bit longer, but I mean, it's still, you know, she's still okay at it, and she gets the job done. It just, it takes a while." And Sarah's like, "Seriously, let me show you something." She goes in there and she uses a few tools. And I mean, it's not like they were doing it in like MS Paint or something. They were doing it in freaking like Adobe Photoshop. And so she's like, "Here, give me that." And so she does what the girl did in 2 hours. She does it in 5-10 minutes. And she's like, "You want this, right?" And she's like, "Oh my God, that looks 100 times better than what she did." It's like, "Yeah, because I know what I'm doing and I'm an artist. I specifically, like, I've worked with these programs before. I know what I'm doing." And they're like, "Seriously, if you want this job, you can have it." And of course, at that time, unfortunately, Sarah had a better paying job already lined up for, to do. And she's like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. But, you know, like, just seriously, like, how many people, how many artists, can't find artwork, work actually using the skills that they got taught in school? Like, how many graphic design artists have to like flip burgers or do menial management stuff because they just weren't able to find something in their field? And it's like, this is one of those, damn it. Oh, I even saw I was so close. I was doing this half because I wanted to get it down farther. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people like one of the girls that came to our wedding. She's just doing she's basically a computer well, she breaks programs in the computer. And that's exactly what she does. She breaks programs so that other people can fix them. And you know, she's like a quality assurance person, so that if if someone has a problem, they can log in and fix the problem and figure out exactly what's wrong and help the person out and make it so it won't happen again in future updates. And that's exactly what they do. And part of the reason why they need her section is because what her company does is specifically for like the program is basically built around the company itself. So it's not it's made specifically for each company, and so each one is a little bit different. And so when they have a problem, they have to actually go in and pretty much do like individual fixes. And because everything is tweaked a little bit from the overall process, it that's actually not that uncommon in a lot of things in the business world. Like QuickBooks itself is a really handy tool for keeping the back of house and like all the money management, all that under in track. But at the same time, QuickBooks itself actually has many features that it will turn off or on depending on whether or not you need to use them or not. And so you may just not have like half of QuickBooks on your home screen because it knows that you just don't want or need it. And so they'll just like, okay, Tell us what you want or what you can do with your company or what you prefer to do, and we will work around that. And that's similar to what she does. But again, back to my point, because she does that, is not working in her field. She's an artist. She's a damn good artist. But she isn't working in a field that is what she trained and went to school for. And I mean, that sucks. It really does. But that's also something that pretty much all artists, when they're going to school, at least every artist that I was in contact with, pretty much resigned themselves to that fact. They pretty much, in their mind, said, you know what? I will never get a big, fancy. I will never have a gigantic, fancy, art gallery to myself. This will be more of a hobby. I most likely won't get found out, but I'm going to do what I love on the side, and I'm going to, have a regular job in the meantime. If I get found by someone that loves my art, that's great. But, I mean, seriously, for a lot of people, they're just like, yeah, I mean, it's what's gonna happen is what's gonna happen. Oh, man, I mean, it's so aggravating sometimes when that's so true. So, actually, interesting enough, so I was looking into the breeding aspect of all these guys, and so breeding these guys, you may not know this, but if I've got white sheep, if I got two white sheep and I breed two white sheep together, their offspring will be white. But if I have a red and a blue sheep, it'll choose between the two colors. But if I have a white sheep and say a blue sheep, and they have a child, there's a chance. I don't even think it's a chance. I think it's a certainty that those two colors will mix and it will make a light blue sheep. So you can actually mix dyes just by having the sheep with colors and mixing the dyes through sheep breeding. This is not smart, but it's what I want to do. I need to put that up. I'm going to put that up. How long? 12 seconds. Walk. Don't run. Ooh. There we go. Bum bum ba 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 da ba 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 do. Ba 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 da ba 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 da bo. Okay, now. Good. Okay, there. And of course, I've got dirt in there for some reason. Now, wheat. Come here, little cows. Maybe. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna kill. You. You, and you. Any more? Oh yeah, so I've watched the last part of Actually, no, I'm pretty sure I've already told you guys this. Okay. Bah. Are you all bad people? Bad people? Oh, piggies. Okay, I'm gonna put this away, and actually, I'm gonna call this a day. So, I will talk to you guys later. Remember, this is Voltair42. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode. And where is it? Bye.